What's up, guys? This is a new mini-series on the Late Night Bool channel called Midday Ghoul. Originally, Late Night Bool was an idea of, a podcast you could listen to when you're just sort of lounging around or maybe you get home from work on a Monday or something. You just want to relax. But Midday Ghoul, I had the idea for it of being more of like a shorter, bite-sized kind of version. Something you'd listen to like during your lunch break or something, or just like real quick before you go to work. So like stuff like that. But anyways, I'm your host, Elliott, and to my left, as always, is Mike. Say hi, Mike.
Hey guys, what's up?
And this is the first episode of Midday Ghoul.
Yeah, we're honestly man, I wanted to record an actual episode of Late Night Bowl this week, but high key, I was so busy with school and the time crunch, and I was like, do you just want to record when we get to Towson for Smash Club? And you're like,
Yeah.
How about we just do a mini series? I was like, bet, that could be our fail safe if we can't do the full series.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what it was. Like we couldn't get scheduling right for a true episode 3. And not that there's anything wrong with recording at Towson, but it is not where we normally record, so we're slightly limited on equipment. But I think we'll be okay.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
We're actually in Carroll Hall, the second floor of the lounge. I call it Lounge Squared because it's literally
it's
huge. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculously huge.
It's pretty nice in here. I'm not gonna lie, I could spend some time in here.
Dude, how about we just set up Smash?
Set up to Smash.
High key.
Dude, it'd be kind of fun.
Honestly, if you want to do that, maybe, but we'll figure that out as
Yeah.
later tonight goes. But man, dude, I can't stress enough.
You've had a hell of a past few days,
dude. Midterm week, it's not okay. I get midterm weeks for everybody else and stuff like that, how busy it is and with studying for tests. I sort of had a pseudo midterm week, but it was just more or less just assignments due because on I'm taking for my business major at Towson. You got to be Microsoft Office certified, the MOS exam.
Yeah.
And that was I took an Excel course for 5 weeks. Literally I had to learn. It was just a crunch of learning information so quickly. And the exam was coming up, and I wasn't trying to take the retake exam. You had to get a 70% or above to pass. So I was literally studying Monday, Tuesday for the exam on Wednesday. And spoiler, I passed with an 82%.
Let's go.
I know. I was kind of scared because it was do you know how to? It was make this cell print when you print it, make sure this cell is on everything. I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot to do that. I'm so screwed, dude. I'm gonna have to come back here because basically for this class, it's 2 parts. If when you pass the first, it's because since it's pass fail 1 credit, you pass the first class, you move on to the next one. But if you don't pass the first class, well then you're out of luck. You got to wait till next semester, and I was not trying to do that.
So is it one of those ones where it's the first half of the semester is 1 class, and then the second half of the same semester is the rest?
Yep,
that kind of thing. Okay.
Yep. So I had that. I also had another exam the same day. And I probably only studied for I'm gonna be honest here, an hour max because I was too busy cramming for the other one. And
you gotta split up your time.
But I was just I should probably just study for this one because there's more damage if I fail this exam than opposed to the 15-week one because we have 4 exams in that class and a whole research paper that's heavily weighted. So I wasn't too stressed. Then I had a bunch of homework and uploading YouTube. I think I missed 3 upload times that I was gonna do.
I mean, they're still going up. 2 of them are up already, and
yeah, exactly. But
you're just worried about time or people that are waiting on them and stuff.
I try to keep on a schedule.
Yeah, I get that.
I know when I started YouTube back in the day when I was 12, I was all right, the new episode's gonna be coming out on Tuesday. Fast forward a year and a half later, the next episode comes.
Oh god!
I'm then I'm hey guys, update video. I'm really sorry. I'm just gonna try to get to a new upload schedule, but I just kind of upload whenever I can, whenever I have the time. But if I know it's ready, like, completely rendered and like ready to upload with the thumbnail,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, hey guys, it's coming out Tuesday, like at 5.
Yeah.
But then like, I just like, last night, or no, just good example today. I got home because I only got 4 hours of sleep for doing my accounting homework. I got home. I took a nap. I played some Binding of Isaac, which I've been on a huge binge lately. Like it's like crack, dude. You gotta check out that game. It's so fun. But like literally, then you called, and I'm like, I looked at the time. And I'm like, oh, it's 3:30. Like I forgot to upload it like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm a bot.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I've definitely come across a similar thing, but I had it with music first.
yeah.
Because I would announce stuff that I was working on, but what wasn't done. Like I remember, do you remember? Like Motions was released August 31st, 2018. Don't ask me how I remember that, but do you remember what I said the original date was?
I don't remember. Like,
I was
it was
aiming.
August.
I was aiming for April
Whoa.
or March
Oh,
of that year. Yeah, dude. I was like, after that, I was like, okay, from now on, I'm not announcing anything that I'm making until it's done.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, here, this is coming next week. It's already been uploaded to DistroKid and all the distributors and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just always felt like it just makes you feel bad when you're like, fuck, like I was supposed to be finished this 6 months ago.
Yeah, no,
but
exactly.
With Motions, like the reason for it was I recorded a lot of the stuff like November-ish of 2017 or so. And I think back then it was like still only an EP, like with 4 or 5 songs. Mm-hmm. But then like early 2018, I started writing more songs for it. And I was like, dude, there's no way I get this out by April. Like just physically, there's no way.
Yeah.
Especially since back then I was still mastering everything myself, which, fuck that, dude. I'm so glad I don't do that anymore.
Dude, it's mastering, like, all right, not to like get off topic real quick, but mastering like any audio file, because like I kind of like do it myself sometimes for my stuff, but at the same time, it's so time consuming. And
Yeah,
like,
it feels like busy work.
yeah, it's busy work that actually affects how it like comes out.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely like a
Half
big
of the
deal.
time I don't even master. It sounds a little muddy, but like I'm like, whatever. Like I just did it for fun.
Yeah, and when I say mastering, I mean like mixing and mastering, just to be clear. But like mixing is like the big changes and stuff, but the mastering I honestly had a little more trouble with, simply because mastering is like more so about, making sure it has like optimal volume levels and stuff like that, because, and that was a problem. Like if you go listen to Motions, like I'm not ashamed of this because like, I'm not a fucking audio engineer or whatever, but if you listen to Motions and then listen to like Twinge Gang, and you don't have like the setting on Spotify or iTunes where like it's called like sound check, and I think on Spotify it's called like something else. It's something with the volume where it'll actually bump or reduce volume song to song so that they're about the same level, which is really cool. But if you turn that off and then listen to something off Motions and then something off Twinge Gang, you'll notice a huge like max audio gap.
Really?
Yeah, and it's all just compression. Like I don't know how to apply like compression.
Yeah. I get where
And-
you're coming from.
And it's fine because like Motions was still like very early in my writing and recording and stuff. So I'm not ashamed of it at all. Like I still think a lot of the songs on there are really cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know not to make the mistake of thinking I can do everything by myself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that's okay. But it's whatever. Now my goal is to just find somebody that will mix and master for me that I know like in person. Because what I did for Twinge Gang was I found a guy on Fiverr who was really good, and I paid him to mix and master those 3 tracks. And he'd send them back to me because he was in like Oregon or something.
Oh shit! Okay, is Fiverr any good? Like I've heard like all my music friends talk, including you, like talk about it.
I mean, like Fiverr, for those who don't know, Fiverr is basically just like freelance services.
Okay.
Of any kind. Like you'll go on there, and if you want to find people that'll mix and master music, you'll find that. You'll find people that'll edit YouTube videos for you from Twitch VODs. You'll find people that will build you a website.
Oh, so it's not just music?
No, dude, it's literally anything. Like you have people on there that'll like draw and design logos for you.
Oh shit!
It's crazy. Like a lot of these like music YouTubers I watch have these series where they'll like write a guitar part or something, and then they'll pay several people on Fiverr, like they'll find a drummer and a singer and a bass player and a keyboard player on Fiverr to just record a part with their guitar part. And it's mostly like an experimental meme. You know what I mean? It's not like super serious, but like you can find almost anything on Fiverr if you need it done.
Now that you say that, I do remember watching a video with my friend Tony. Speaking of which, shout out to Tony. Congratulations on the baby that was just born this morning.
Yeah. I got a Snapchat from Troy. See, he snapped me at like 2:10 today, and I was like, that's weird. Like I don't really talk to Troy that much, so it must be like out of nowhere. And he hit me up. He said like, yeah, Tony just had his baby. Do you know 3.5 hours of music? We need someone to cover for us tomorrow.
Oh really?
But I didn't check it right away. And then I saw 2 minutes later, he's like, don't worry, we got someone to cover for us. I'm like, thank God, bro. I don't know 3.5 hours of cover
He texted me
Fuck.
too. And he was like, does Elliott still do that? Can you ask him? I'm like, yeah, I'll ask him later today.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate the offer, Troy, by the way. But no, I don't know 3.5 hours of cover music like right off the rip.
But anyway, so I was watching this video with Tony, and I think Sean maybe, but it was this guy who went on Fiverr, I think, requested people to play a bass line. And then he also made a bass line as well. I don't know the video.
You're probably talking about Davey 504.
I think so.
So a lot of times he would send in something and it would just be an audio clip, and he would say like, play this bass line. You must also film yourself while playing it, so he knows you're not like cheating, quote unquote cheating.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to see who could figure it out by ear and play it the right way.
Oh, okay.
And it was interesting because there'd be some people, like $5, $7 range or something. It'd be someone just starting out. And it's like, okay, that wasn't bad. That's pretty cool. And then you get to someone like $60, and you're like, yo, that was really professional, high key. And then, dude, I got to show you this one video specifically. There's one guy that was like $65 or something. And he did it like really good for the price. Like it was really like professional and sounded good, and he played it right. And then there was a pro who was like, you get like certified pro after so many like ratings or something.
Gotcha.
And he was the highest price. He was like $130, and his was of course like incredible and like really, really professional, like HD video, all that shit. And then there was one in between, but it was like $110. And it was honestly worse than the $20 one.
Oh, no.
Dude, it was horrible. Like, it sounded bad. The camera was, like, shitty. And he played it wrong. And Davey was just, like... He's, like, looking at the camera like, what the fuck? like, how is this so goddamn bad? Everybody in the comments was roasting it, too. It was horrible.
Well,
dude.
there goes his reputation on that site.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. You gotta definitely look at reviews. Because, like, the guy I found, his name is Kevin Carafa. Shout out to him. He did a really good job with Twinge Gang. But I was looking at like a couple different people, and his was like really generously priced. And I looked at all his reviews. He had like either a 5 or a 4.9 in like the 3 categories for like speed, quality, communication,
for average,
or whatever. Yeah, for average. It was either 4.9 or 5 out of 5. And I was like, fuck. Like, and he had like over 10,000 reviews or some shit. I'm like, that is crazy. But I looked at like his pitch basically, or like his bio, whatever you want to call it, and it was basically like you pay for what you need him to do. Because if you only need like EQ and compression, it's like $5 a track.
Okay.
But if you want like pro mastering, and if you want like him to put certain effects on as many tracks as you want, it's like add-ons. So I think for each song, I ended up paying $35 for each one. And then I tipped him after he was like done the whole thing, because that's part of Fiverr too. Because I would get like the regular EQ compression, and then I would get effects like reverb, and like if I wanted some sort of like phase effect, like fake a smile.
Yeah.
Like I had asked him to put like a phaser on like the one vocal line, just stuff like that. And then I wanted him to master it too, to like get the maximum volume and stuff. And it ended up being $35 after that. And the good part was, why I ended up choosing him actually was, there was a lot of guys on there that'd be like similar thing or like around the same price point, but you'd look at like the amount of revisions they'll do, and it'll be like 2 to 3. or something. Whereas this guy's just unlimited revisions. He's like, dude, if you're not happy with
humble.
it, like, yeah, if you're not happy with it, just send it back. Tell me what you want changed, and like we'll work it out. And dude, I never went over 2 revisions with this guy, but the fact that he was just like, he's just that kind of person, like he just wants to like do a good job, like that was sick.
That's humble. I can respect that.
Yeah, no, he was super cool guy, and like and you would get it like with him, you'd get it in a week. Some people do stuff where it's like you pay like $25 to get it mixed in under 24 hours, but like that's I'm not in that kind of rush. I don't want my stuff to be rushed like that. You know what I mean? Anyways, but
Yeah, nobody does. Quality over quantity.
yeah, absolutely. I was like, fuck it, dude. I have time. Like I don't need it like tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really really good to work with. So far, I mean that's the only person I've ever paid for anything on Fiverr. But so far, my experience is good. And there are things I'm pretty sure. This podcast is not sponsored, by the way. We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there.
Sponsor me.
No. Fiverr, hit us up though. But no, like it was an overall good experience. You just have to definitely read everything beforehand. And I know there is a thing where, if they don't deliver on time, or if you're overall not happy with it and they won't like fix it for you if they said they did, like that kind of stuff, Fiverr will step in and like reimburse you if they don't like do it or whatever when you paid them to. My one tip though, besides like just being thorough about like reading exactly what you're buying, is just make sure it's probably good to message them before you just like submit an order out of the blue. Because the guy...
Just be like, hey, do you have time to do this?
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, depending on what you're doing, of course. But the guy I worked with, I did the first song. It was done in a week. And then I did, like, one revision, and it was done the next day. So, like, 8 days, basically. And then the same thing happened for the second one. And then I messaged him in between both of those, of course. And before the third one, I was like, hey, I just got one more song, like... Are y'all good? Because like I look at your like reviews and like I can tell you're getting a lot of orders. I don't want to like be a dick and like give you too much to handle at one time. He's like, yeah, I am kind of swamped right now. Just hit me up in like 2 to 3 days. If you go to someone else, like that's okay. I understand. I'm not gonna be mad or whatever. But like I am kind of swamped. I'm like, dude, that's totally fine. So I waited till like the next Sunday or Monday, whatever it was, and then I hit him up again. He's like, yeah, I'd be happy to do it. And then that was the last song. Yeah. That's all you got to do. You just got to talk to him.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I don't know about like you, but like I kind of might get on that Fiverr grind.
Yeah.
Like as someone
like as a
just someone
service?
just like something like just because like editing videos is like it's like that. Like it's not like graphic design and music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like I got to spend like various amount of time on it doing it. Maybe I could hit up Fiverr just for like small stuff, but damn, my computer's gonna be like, "Why are you making me render so much?" I'll be like, "Do it, it's for money." But I actually got speaking of like kind of like commission-ish stuff, back when I was like kind of I wouldn't say lazy, but like like I had money,
yeah.
So I was like. I was like kind of focusing on like school, like getting here to Towson, but there was 3 instances where I commissioned people for music. I'm gonna leave their names out.
That's fine.
Like just for like business reasons.
Yeah.
And like because like it's like business is business.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's 2 different people. The first person that I'm gonna talk about did a very excellent job with it. I sent him the basic like melody that I wanted to do, and I was like, do you think you can apply that with like a Genesis chip like for the Sega and rock music as well? Because that's when I was still trying to learn like the whole like formula with it and like balance it out. And he made 2 tracks for the second zone of my game. Top notch. I'll definitely show you like later tonight. But they were so good. Like I was like, holy shit, dude! Like you're the man for doing this. He's like, yeah, it's no sweat. And I was like, I tipped him. So each track individually cost, and you might cringe, $300.
Whoa.
Yeah, because like that's a lot of work you're putting in.
Yeah.
So and then plus tip, I gave him 50 every time. So that's like,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was shilling out money, but the last time I commissioned someone, and I don't do it anymore. Like if I want to work
Because of this last one.
yeah.
Oh no.
I paid $250. She sent me a 30-second preview, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Just hit me up whenever like it's finished." Never heard back, and I like emailed her like a dozen times, nothing. So I lost $250.
And you have no track.
All I have is 30 seconds of it.
Bruh.
But like high key, like real talk, for that level that I was like commissioned for, I just buckled down and made something myself.
Yeah, dude.
Like in the summer, because I was like, fuck this.
Christ.
But I think it was literally like 30 seconds, because I remember showing Sully it and posting it to YouTube like unlisted, and I'm like, this is what $250 sounds like. And Sully's like, pretty like back in 2017.
Yeah.
He was just like, dude, that's pretty cool, man. Just can't wait to hear the full one. Biggest joke of 2018.
Oh no.
High key.
That
But
makes me a little sad.
yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, but like anybody like it's I mean, like I said, it's just a business, but like don't be a shithead. Like
Yeah.
I-
Well,
I-
how did you find these people?
SoundCloud.
Okay.
But like they weren't sketchy people. And,
No,
like,
I don't mean it like that. But like,
Yeah.
like the thing that I mentioned with Fiverr is like, if you don't get your thing,
Yeah.
like in whatever time
It was all
frame
done
they
on
give you,
PayPal. So this was I think before Fiverr.
yeah, and that's a good part about sites like Fiverr or even like eBay and stuff like that. Is like if they end up screwing you like that, like Fiverr will give you the money back and then deal with it. You know what I mean? So it's like there's someone like overseeing that.
Yeah.
So you run that risk a lot less.
And man, if I can go back in time and slap the fuck out of me for like 19 years old, chilling out. Here, let's do the math real quick, real time math.
So was it like 350s and
So
then 200?
so 300 times 2.
Okay, and then
60 plus 100 plus another $950 I shilled out, dude, for music.
for technically 2 songs
Yes.
because you didn't get the third. That's fucked, dude. I'm so sorry.
I'm like kind of like I'm looking at that number right now. No wonder I don't have fucking money. but this was
Or you could buy so much equipment with that too.
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm gonna give you a hug after this.
But no, I'm not too upset. And like prices definitely range. Like there's probably people out there who could do it for like $80. But like like I was asking like a lot. Like they keep in mind, guys. Like I wasn't like asking like, hey, make me a quick beat real quick. Like I was like, no. Like I literally sent them like the document. Like I linked them to Google Drive. I'm like, you gotta do this, 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 and this, and this, and this. I will pay you good money. Like I even like pushed like a little bit more than like what they were like originally asking for, because that's why it costs so much.
Yeah.
But like literally, I was like, this has got to be like top notch, A+ quality, and like I could.
you were basically coming at it like, I don't care how much it costs. I just want it to be like banging.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Okay. Yeah.
And like I guess like probably there's gonna be some music people out there. And I know like music commissions aren't really that expensive. I know art commissions are like for a full picture are like $80, like from what I've seen like people on DeviantArt and shit. Mm-hmm. But like I don't know. It's just like they were like top notch like SoundCloud people. Like they're not like people like with like 1,000 followers. Like there are people with like 10,000 followers, and I was just lucky just to like get them to like reply back. So it's really cool. And when one of them actually is working on a game soundtrack right now as we speak.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, for like I think for the company WayForward, who made the Shantae series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
It's really cool. And I also know another composer from there. I mean, I don't know him personally, but Jake Kaufman, he worked on a shit ton of music for WayForward, and like now he's like WayForward's music man.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to like how like Tyson Hess, the guy who like draws like the Sonic comics now and stuff like that, because he used to be like on DeviantArt, just like like just drawing Sonic, But then when Sonic Mania came around, Sega brought him on to illustrate the intro for Sonic Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Then they brought him back for Sonic Mania Adventures. Then now he's tight. Now he's tight with Sega.
Yeah.
Now he's like best buddies. Then they did like the animated short with Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah.
Chow Garden, and I didn't know this until the other day. But like the Sonic, and this kind of like debunks my theory about like the Sonic movie design was like a scam. They actually, after critical reception of the original design, they brought in Tyson Hess for quality control for the design.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he's dude. Imagine just imagine like 10 years ago today, just looking back, like you're working for the company that you adored, and for the IP that you really like a lot. But 10 years ago, you were literally just fan drawing shit,
That's crazy.
Dude, I know.
I mean, as cliche and literal as it is, that's a fucking dream come true, dude. I would be so
Same
psyched.
thing with Christian Whitehead and Stealth, like when they made Sonic Mania, dude. Like,
yeah.
It's nuts, like what the talent could do.
Yeah.
And fun fact, since you saw the Sonic movie now, I won't go too much into it because we could talk about that for a full episode. But just another example that what Tyson Hess did. Do you remember that scene where Sonic was like running away from the Echidna tribe?
Yeah.
Apparently those were supposed to be realistic looking like lizard monsters, but Tyson Hess was just like, nah.
No.
Let's keep it Sonic.
Yeah, that's definitely a good call. That would have been weird.
But yeah, no, honestly.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the Sonic movie another time because we're running a little short on time at the moment. But that's all good.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm like I said, that's all I gotta say. That was just adding to the content.
All right. Any last words, Mike?
Yeah. Please don't laugh at me for shelling out $950.
Don't cook him in the comments.
No, seriously, please don't. Like, cause I know that I'm dumb for doing that, and like even any other music person who does commissions listening to this now, I mean, they could probably be like, okay, that's a little too much, like 300, 250 for a track.
Yeah.
But like I was asking to make them from scratch. I just want to throw that out there because I was cooked for it at one point.
Yeah, it wasn't just like to mix it.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
But when you guys, when I like released like the demo for the game, and when you hear the music track at hand, you'll be like, all right, maybe it was worth it.
Okay.
But yeah. That's all my last words.
Alrighty, cool. Thanks again, guys, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the first episode of Midday Ghoul. Get back on that grind.